Ladies and gentlemen, we know the mega drought is hitting several states. Well, in Utah, the Great Salt Lake, not only is it drying up, but it's taking its toll on people's health. So we know out in the West, they are experiencing probably the driest period in human history. So we know the mega drought has been going on for some time now, and it's impacting people's health, agriculture, and even the animal life, the wildlife that's out there. So they're saying it is having dire effects on states, and people just better prepare for things getting even worse. Now, I knew the Salt Lake was drying up, but man, when you look at some of the aerial shots on it, oh, it looks bad. It looks bad. So, air pollution in Salt Lake City is so bad. Last year, it set off the fire alarm in Elizabeth Joy's clinic. Joy's a family and a sports medicine doctor said that her patients had to be evaluated as part of an emergency response. Yet, in sending the patients outside, the alarm actually put people in an even more dangerous position, given the city's air quality at the time, which was judged to be the worst in the world. They moved people outside where they stood for 45 minutes, said Joy, a former chairwoman of the Utah Clean Air Partnership. They evaluated the clinic not knowing. Um, so they're saying that it was actually the outdoor air that was causing problems. So, cars and wildfires also contributed to Utah's air quality, but the Great Lake is a less obvious but important contributor. Sitting just northwest of Salt Lake City, the largest saltwater lake in the Western Hemisphere is drying up because the water use and the drought. And of course, they're always talking about climate change, sending dust and toxic metals, including arsenic, in the air of the metro area with approximately 1.2 million people. Yeah, if it was a salt lake, then yes, all of that is going to become airborne as it dries up. Particle pollution in the air has been linked to asthma, heart attacks, worsening lung function, and premature death. Utah is hardly alone in experiencing air pollution resulting from bodies of water drying up. Similar issues are playing out near California's Salton Lake, where the drying sea is also kicking up dust. Across the world, Iran's salty lake Yarmia has also been shrinking. And they said also Africa's Lake Chad and the Caspian Sea between Europe and Asia. Yeah, I mean, this is happening worldwide. Carly Farrow, the director of the Sierra Club Utah chapter, said on a particular dusty day, the mountains typically are visible near her home, but now, because there's so much dust particles in the air, she said you can literally taste the dust. Mm-mm-mm. It really does impact all of the senses, she said. Your eyes not only visibly see it, but it can also burn. In the Salton Sea area, they said that the respiratory problems are plaguing many families. This is actually something I never thought about. as everything is drying up. You know, the water is a huge thing because people need water, but the drying, especially from lakes or bodies of water that's salt, that salt can now get into the air as it dries up, and I guess I just never thought about that. In the Salt Lake City area, heavy metals, including arsenic, are also being found in the dust from the lake. The Environmental Protection Agency said that inhaling arsenic may cause lung cancer as well as cardiovascular and neurological effects. Kevin Perry, he was of University of Utah, who has studied the dust coming from the lake, said that he views the general dust issue as a more immediate problem, describing toxic metals as more of a long term concern. Yeah, I would bet it is, and it makes you wonder how many people exactly are impacted if they are seeing people coming into the clinics with symptoms. This could potentially be a big problem. I mean, you can't control what goes into the air from a drying body of water. You don't really have any control over that. Mm-mm-mm. So, what I'm more concerned about are these sort of duration plumes of come off the lake that impact people's health immediately, he added. So, arsenic can have a statewide effect on the human body, the heart, the brain, the gastrointestinal system, your lungs, your nervous system. She said, but in terms of arsenic in the air, combined with other forms of air pollution, I think the effect it has on the human body largely remains unknown. Yeah, well, it's not exactly like people have lived through this before, or you have your ancestors before you tell you what the effects of a drying lake can do. But y'all, this is crazy what's going on in this country. But many of us see it as judgment. But y'all, please tell me what you think about this video. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.